Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Today we're going to be talking about the new stuff coming to Black Ops Cold War in Season 5. There's a bit of multiplayer stuff here as well as the zombie stuff, which I normally cover obviously, and the reason for that is it actually genuinely looks really cool. So don't just skip forward thinking, oh, I only play zombies and that's all I'm interested in, because I think that there may be an exception to that here that you will want to pay attention to. Specifically, Double Agent is a new mode that's coming to Cold War at the start of Season 5, and it basically looks like Among Us. So you don't need to already be an MP fan, you don't need to be an absolute grinder in those skill-based matchmaking, sweaty lobbies, none of that is necessary. You instead will have up to 10 players in a lobby who will be assigned to one of 3 roles. You'll have double agents, investigators, and operatives. Double agents are basically sus, they're the imposters. Investigators can use clues to target possible double agents, and then operatives are just the people that are innocent. They're your crew members. The task system is a little different to what you're used to in Among Us. So in Among Us, you're gonna basically have tasks that you're gonna have to do as crew, and that's how you win if you complete all the tasks, right? Whereas in this, it's up to the double agents, the imposters, to set bombs off around the map, and that's how they win if they get all of them. It's also really interesting because you'll start with a pistol and then you'll get weapons and equipment in a preparing stage where all players can kind of go to different parts of the map and find certain guns. And different classes also get different things at this point, and it's really interesting. It sounds like a game mode that we're gonna have to try in order to actually understand how it plays and know if it's actually fun or not. But the potential for this is absolutely massive, and so on Season 5 launch, I 100% will be making videos and streaming this, no doubt, with people like Noah J, JC, Lex, Liam, like whoever's interested basically. I'm sure we will pull in and get some 10-player lobbies of this going because it just sounds really fun. In other news, Demolition's coming back alongside 5 multiplayer maps. One of those is Slums from Black Ops 2, and another is Zoo from Black Ops 1. And they're also introducing a flamethrower, which is going to be incredible when it gets to zombies. I cannot wait for that thing. And the description of it they've given says that it's going to be a low-cost score streak, so ideally you're going to be able to just be spending salvage on this pretty frequently in order to get them, and in MP you can use it to contribute to your higher cost score streaks, so it's a little leg up, which might mean you end up with lots of flamethrower spam, but fingers crossed that's sort of minimized. Now then, new zombies content. We've got a lot to talk about here because they've done something which I don't know how the community is going to react to, okay? So, double tap, that everyone has been expecting to be added into the game as one of the new perks in the Wonder Fizz machine, is not coming. And instead, we're getting death perception from Black Ops 4, which is the perk with the eye, if you guys remember. And what it essentially did in Black Ops 4 is it allowed you to see zombies and stuff like that through walls. Now, for ages, whenever I've been streaming and someone's asked, like, hey, Milo, what would be your dream perk to be added into Cold War, like later in the season? I've always thought that double tap would be a really good one, just so that the meta could be shaken up a little bit. Like, I thought it would be really good to just give people a power spike, and potentially being able to shoot faster might mean that certain weapons could synergize better with certain alternate ammo types, or just in general mean that you'd have more kind of parameters, I guess, that you could tweak in your game while you were trying to customize for the absolute optimal loadout or optimal boss fight strategy or whatever. But I must admit, double tap is maybe a little boring. I mean, it means that you do more damage faster, and that's pretty much it. And while they could have obviously given it loads of interesting extra skill tiers and stuff like that, I still think that just at its core, maybe Treyarch felt that it would have been a bit too safe, potentially. So I kind of get it if the thing that I was sort of hoping for there is not coming. Like, I understand, okay? I'm not mad by any means, but what I don't really understand is the choice for death perception to be the replacement. I mean, I just don't care about death perception. I don't know about you guys. It never seemed that important to me to have like an outline around a zombie. Like, I can see where the zombies are without that. Like, it's fine. There's no map where I would really be in dire need of seeing zombies through walls, I don't think. I don't imagine that that's something that would be really integral to the way I play. And granted, I'm not saying it wouldn't be useful here because, I mean, you've got no perk limit in this game, so you can just crank all of them on, and they all do add to the gameplay in some way. But for me, it doesn't really sound that exciting. However, what may be the case is it may be that this gives us bullet penetration, because if we're seeing zombies through walls, maybe there's going to be some kind of skill tier that is going to be, okay, you can see stuff through walls now, and if you're seeing through materials and through surfaces, maybe you'll be able to shoot through surfaces more and thus shoot through other zombies more and actually get bullet pen and get collats and stuff like that much more easily. Maybe. And if that happens, I'll be a very happy chappy. That will be fantastic news. So I'm by no means hating on this change to what we were expecting with double tap. I'm just saying that I've kind of been caught off guard by it. And yeah, that's a really easy lead into a joke of, well, I wouldn't have been caught off guard if I just equipped death perception. Oh dear. There's also the long-awaited Lightning Links field upgrade coming, except it's not called Lightning Links. They've changed the name. That was the leaked name back around sort of launch-ish time. It's now called Tesla Storm, and upon activation, lightning will shoot out between you and your allies, stunning and damaging normal enemies. And when you upgrade these skill tiers, the electricity can start stunning specials and elites, and even boost your squad's movement speed, which sounds really cool. And I guess the question with this is, what's it gonna do in solo? Like, you've got no allies in solo for the lightning to reach to. Are you gonna have to rely on people like Klaus? Like, is that going to be the ally, or maybe a brain-rotted zombie? Are you going to have to lightning link between you and the zombie? It's a little bit confusing, but I'm sure it will all be made clear when we get some proper detail on launch and obviously in patch notes and stuff like that as well. I'll be making videos on it all, don't you worry. There's also an Ikari exit bonus map coming to Dead Ops Arcade 3 and new intel to be found across Outbreak and Onslaught. Personally, I find collecting the intel really boring, so I don't do it, but I know some of you guys are grinding for 100%, so now you've got more to grind for. And what is good about this, even for people like me that aren't so interested in that grind, is that we should hopefully start to get some story set up for the next round-based map in this intel. So once it all comes out online, I will make a video recapping exactly what the implications of that intel are, and then we can kind of get ready for wherever the hell we're going to go in the finale of Cold War Zombies in Season 6, I believe is when that map's going to be releasing. In Outbreak, we're getting a new region called Collateral, which is interesting seeing as I was just talking about collateral damage earlier when I was asking for bullet pen, and this is going to be set around natural rock structures, a deorbited satellite, and oil drills, and you've got these kind of images of it here, and it actually looks really cool. Like, this looks very aesthetic, and the fact that you've got the orange and the purple and the contrast, I love it. I think it looks really neat. So I'm looking forward to that, but I think mostly looking forward to being able to use tanks in Outbreak. Yeah, actual tanks are coming to Outbreak, so you're going to be able to pull up on an order in a tank, which is pretty exciting. There's also going to be a new objective, which is a transport. Sounds kind of like an escort type thing. But the main thing of all of this that I think people are going to be most excited by, and that is going to really transform everyone's gameplay, is there is a new crafting item coming to Outbreak specifically on launch, and it's a grappling gun. So you're going to be able to just go to a crafting table, craft one of these things, and then spend so much less time on foot running around. I'm really pumped to see how this plays. I hope that it's really kind of OP. Like, I think that this sort of thing sounds really cool on paper, but it could kind of suck in practice if Treyarch don't make it powerful, if they make it have a really long cooldown or expire after a couple of uses or just things like that. Maybe it's got really low range. Treyarch, make this thing OP, let us swing around like Spider-Man, and I will be so damn happy. Also, for those of you that like Onslaught, there is a new Echelon map coming to that. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.